You arrive. I think you went to bed at 3. You slept till, it's probably like 11, 12 now. It's nearly afternoon. And you arrive. You see him once again, greets you at the door. Oh, welcome. How was your evening last night?
You said interesting things. I have no patience for small talk. What sort of interesting things?
Yes, please follow me. And he kind of gestures and you follow him into his lab. And there's several printouts and some sketches and stuff. Yes, please. Feel free to take a seat.
Have you met Archibald yet?
You haven't? No, I am Archibald Cram. Pleasure. The pleasure's all. I see your mouth's full. Don't worry. I'll
Dr.
time,
Molly
please.
Huggins.
Another fellow doctor. Fantastic.
I mean, yes. I have a PhD. It's PhD, not MD.
Good. Yes, the makeup of the drug you dropped off last eve. Its composition is only a minorly of a drug I would recognize as MDMA, or a street name of ecstasy. Just a tiny percentage. The majority is of a plant mostly unknown, mostly unseen here. It is called Liao, Liao, also called the lavender lotus.
Where is that sort of thing found?
Himalayas. It grows exclusively there. I believe it has some sort of medicinal properties, but I don't think much study has been done on it. It is not normally in circulation or of use anywhere.
So what does that have to do? What's the connection with paranormal? Like what?
So there's everything in there can be accounted for. Something you found, like,
I haven't.
What's it called? Recorded somewhere on the planet somewhere. This planet.
Yeah. I mean, Lao has been recorded. It is a thing I am aware of. But as for actual research and properties and common knowledge, it is far more rare than other plants or materials you might find.
But there's nothing you didn't know in the pill. Like,
I've never
like unknown.
No, there's nothing completely unknown. This is just, as previously stated, this is a plant that is fairly rare. So not necessarily unknown, but fairly unresearched, I would say.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is it doesn't have like space parasites or some weird shit in it, right?
Chemical
How
X.
horrifying! No, I would have left a more dire message were that the case.
What sorts of? You said there wasn't a lot of research, but of the research that's been done, what sorts of things are these lotus plants used for?
Typically, there are. It has some sort of calming or occasionally hallucinogenic effects.
Is the plant associated with any like sort of religion or anything like that? Like in your studies, do you just know the scientific end of it, or do you know the spiritual end of it too?
More the scientific end. As previously stated, this plant isn't normally in circulation around here and over there. I don't know a ton of research on it. I don't know if there's a ton of research.
Is this like the flower from Batman?
I'm not familiar. I know the poisoned ivy, but
what is a Batman?
which tale of Batman?
Well, it was the Christopher Nolan Batman, where like he had to take the blue flower to the top to Ra's al Ghul, and it made them hallucinate.
While you talk about Batman, I'm gonna go on my computer and see if I can find any like religious connections to the lavender lotus flower.
Yeah, roll it.
But yeah, you can continue talking about like this just happens in the background. Kenny's just like on the task.
and then it turns out that like the whole time they were going to use it to make everybody go crazy and tear the city apart.
27 out of 80.
Was this Batman? Was he going to tear the city apart, or does he normally imbibe drugs?
No, like he's trying to like save the city, but the people who wanted to do the use the drugs were like the ones that were like, Gotham's had its time. They need to fall so that something can rebuild, and
it's drug time now. Yes, I can see that.
And then
Drug time. Hence, ergo vis-a-vis drugs.
obviously.
Kenny, with your 27, you get that. Liao is there isn't a specific religion it seems to be attributed to, but the people around the place it grows do kind of revere it as a more of a sacred plant, and there is nothing online about it, like any sort of shipment or it being like a normally thing traded between countries.
I kind of want to follow that thread about the Himalayan people considering it sacred. Is there any sort of, it sounds stupid and weird, but like, this is Delta Green and I've fought ghosts and burned down Yellowstone because weird alien people live there, but like, is there anything that's like, I don't know, a curse if people take it from the Himalayas?
Okay, let me.
Are you talking about like the black sands of
While
Hawaii?
Yeah.
While Molly is talking Batman, Don is not interested. Don will go over to where Kenny is, and will suggest, what part of the Himalayas is it from? Like, can you narrow it?
The search?
Yeah.
Oh, or who are you asking? You're asking.
You. I'm asking
Kenny
you.
is like this.
I'm asking
You're asking
Kenny.
me. Oh, okay.
You, Kenny. I, as Don, am asking you as Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably single it down while I'm looking for that answer that I asked Ty. Like, who exactly are the
Ty
people?
Is like Ask Jeeves.
I am no one.
You basically are Ask Jeeves because I am using the internet to figure all this out.
Good.
I just want to know any stories revolving around it and who exactly considers it revered and
Urban
sacred.
legends, or not urban
Yeah,
legends, but like,
so with your
Seafood
yeah,
legends.
we'll use that other role with the search. There doesn't seem, like I said, it doesn't seem to be a specific people. Like there's not a specific nationality or religious group that
Just the entire area of the Himalayas.
Yeah, kind of the
knows
area
about it, and they're like,
not
That's
even
cool.
not even
We
the
like
entire
that.
Himalayas. It's kind of more, I think, with more of a specific search. It's a little bit it's an area kind of south of Nepal that it grows, and the people kind of around that area know of it. And I think with your specific thing too about curses, there isn't any sort of curse, but you do find, I think, on like dark web, like a forum, not an official post, that there is dangers about taking too much of it. There is like a lot about like how if you take too much, it is very dangerous. There aren't specific like effects given, but just that it can be incredibly dangerous.
all right. Okay. Well, I tell Dawn about the specific.
I'm reading it
area.
over your shoulder, so it's fine.
And no curse or anything, but there is warnings of overdosing that people know about. So apparently it's just a really pretty flower that they really like over there, and they know about its properties, but there's no like ancient god attached to it, or
I look over the computer screen at Molly. Yes.
Yes, Molly. I look up too. Yes, Molly.
I didn't want to interrupt because I just, my mom always taught me, just hold your hand up and then, whenever.
Use words now. You can.
Okay. This might be a little pseudoscience, but I'm trying to find a correlation between the disappearances and the pressure changes with the weather. Have you done anything as to whether it changes kind of the frequency in one's body? Does it give off an electromagnetic field? Does it do anything measurable perhaps when one takes it? Have you tried looking at it from a different standpoint of kind of what it might turn the body into? For some reason, the way Don was talking, it almost felt like the drug was almost turning her into like a tuning fork.
That's a good question. Archibald should answer that. I put it him.
Yeah, I was saying it to the room.
Yeah,
but
but
mostly
B, I
Archibald.
also want to look up how Liao is grown. If certain weather conditions have to be met in order for it to be the most potent, or something like that. So kind of a joint tandem. Archibald answers what he knows, but I also look on the internet.
You turn over to Archibald like, Alexa, please, when does Batman Begins air next?
When does Batman begins and when does he continues?
And if I do enjoy the film, I would also like to know when
have
Batman
FlixNet?
ends. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
Try not to drop too many. This is
Schmucky's
not sponsored by FlixNet. Brought to you by FlixNet.
Brought to you by Schmucky's.
I'm sorry. Your question was about. But I, as previously stated, my knowledge of this particular plant or its any sort of tuning fork uses or spiritual hugbuggery. I don't.
Do you have any equipment here? Do you have any?
Well, yes, I have plenty of.
I mean, it's rudimentary. Don, you punch ghosts. Do you have an EMF reader?
Come on, Dawn.
I think Dawn always has an AF reader.
It's
Kenny's
probably in
like,
the
what?
car.
You just walk into a
I
house
don't
and if you
have
see a
it in
ghost,
my
you punch
pocket.
it?
I don't have it in my pocket right now. It's in the car.
Do you have like a ecto plasm gun like the movie?
Oh my god.
You know,
No.
the backpack.
She punches ghosts.
No,
she
she has
doesn't
a
shoot
legit-
ghosts.
Well, I have an actual. I pull them both out. I have 2 guns.
Oh my!
Does
Please,
that,
it's a place of
why
science.
does that work though?
Ghosts are incorporeal, but to a point. Like not.
They
they're
hate
not, like,
bullets.
I'm sure there's probably just the right frequency to kind of make it's all matter and particles and things.
a
Physics.
house tried to eat us, Kenny. Things don't always make sense.
I mean, it
Also
worked,
that.
and I've never really questioned it until this point.
Things are sometimes easier if you don't question them, Kenny. Are we suggesting, kind of circling back around, that someone else should take it? Because I will. I've got.
Well, I'm a little curious because of the experience that you had. That I
Awesome.
almost wonder if you are just more susceptible to something in it. But I would love to just maybe bastardize some of the machines in here to see if I can. I usually try to read electric, static electricity in like the atmosphere. Now I'm trying to see if I can like read it on you.
That brings up kind of a good point. I'm sure when I was monitoring Dawn, I was recording everything.
Yeah,
I want to
heart rate. and
heart
stuff
rate
like
for
that,
sure,
yeah.
and the heart rate did increase.
I want to
when-
say, did I also record the time we started the test?
Yeah, I think so. I think it took. I think you did time it out. I think it took about half an hour or so.
Not how long it took.
Oh,
What time I did it at?
what time you did the
The
test
test.
at?
Yeah,
It
time
was late.
started at.
It was about I think 12:30 to like 1 a.m. I would assume, give or take.
12:30 a.m. Okay, just maybe the time matters. But yeah,
Well,
there's
what time is it now? Like noon?
Like one
It's noon.
probably.
Yeah, noon 1:30.
That's like
in-
the 12:30 of the daytime.
The other 12:30. The more popular 12:30.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't want to just toss you in and possibly put you under a circumstance that could be very dangerous to you, but
I will restate again. Almost eaten by a house. This is fine.
I feel like you should work through some stuff about your sense of mortality.
You should probably talk to Marshmallow.
Who's Marshmallow?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You'll meet Marshmallow.
His real name, well, he used to be Brandon. He was clone. I don't know. It's a long story. He's fine now. I think. I don't know. I think he could still talk to ghosts. I don't know. I should talk to him maybe a bit more about things other than video games, but that's fine.
Put a pin in that. I am concerned.
Noted.
Dr. Archibald, do you have some stuff that I can
I mean, there's equipment here. I don't know what you meant by bastardizing it. I don't want any of my equipment to be turned to bastards or destroyed in any manner. But you can feel free to use whatever.
Just runs in, looks at the CBC machine. Who is your father? Who is it?
She said that. I turned to the handler, or I turned to Archibald. You have a PhD.
You haven't.
You've never seen Batman? Now you're pretty sus.
I was a fan of the Adam West back in my day. I enjoyed his antics.
Classic.
Well, let me
but
go get the
forward.
stuff from my car.
Yep.
Our car.
The drugs?
And you all find a good room.
Same room. Should be fine.
Yeah.
Maybe we could pad the wall.
Yeah. Handler, I don't know if I even have the ability to do this. Do I? Craft. I do have craft. It's not
What are you
high.
trying to craft? What are you trying to craft? Exactly.
It's a long shot if I craft.
Okay.
Because it's 20. I'm essentially trying to take my knowledge from atmospheric particles and static electricity and the buildup charges and such, and trying to see if there is anything coming off of Dawn. So that probably means taking an EMF reader and not necessarily using it like to find ghosts, but probably taking it apart in such a way that I could attach it to heart sensors to
Sure.
see.
You can make some sort of
I'm trying to science
EMF,
this, and I don't have the words.
Weather machine. Sure, you can absolutely try it. Yeah, roll your craft.
Oh God.
And if you don't succeed,
Well, I see Molly touch it. Like, so wait, you want to edit, like, you want to hack that a little bit, right? Like, make it work for a different purpose.
I mean, I have computer science.
I do
I
have
have
microelectronics, which might be a little bit.
you can all try. Basically, you can all try it, and then depending on what you all get, I will decide what happens.
I will give my body.
Okay, you
That's
did it.
I did.
did it.
I've done it.
I'm
You're
very
right.
afraid.
If you need me
Fair.
to like muscle something together, I can do that for you.
I rolled an 8.
That's good.
Hey.
Oh shit!
I was like,
Yeah.
and I saw the double 0, and
yeah.
I was like, I rolled an 8.
Yeah, Dawn, your meter is now gone as it is made into this new machine. This new.
I have it. I look away. I look back. There's nothing.
I watched,
There's like
I watched
one
Molly.
button left.
I watch Molly mess with it, and I look over her shoulder. I'm just like, Dawn, that's just a stud finder. You know that, right?
Oh, this is not a stud finder. Come on now.
I know. I'm just kidding. That would be funny though.
I like
it's-
playfully punch you in the shoulder, but it is far too not a playful punch.
I take 3 hit points of damage.
Listen, I have
I'm
6
dead.
One
So it's basically, it looks like a heart rate monitor, like attached to
On
this
drugs?
EMF reader with like like antennas pointed off of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if
Yes.
there's any spikes, and then
There currently is not.
well, she's not on anything.
No.
Well,
Right. Well, right now you are dormant. Let's see if we can turn you on. Nobody knows where Molly's pulling all these snacks, by the way.
it's just out of your pocket. They're from last night. You
Yeah,
just don't
it's another
remember
like one of
getting
those sugar churro things.
A little stale, but still good.
them.
I'm gonna order Taco Bell after this. Thanks.
Thanks for that.
So you guys are now in this room with the whatever this is, the heart rate I meter, whatever. What do you do exactly, Dawn? What drugs do you take?
All of them.
What drugs do
No,
I?
all
I
of
take
them.
an I take a naprox. I just take an Advil. I take a nap.
And then
Okay,
it's
like
nothing.
drugs I
Nothing
take.
Take a
happened.
Benadryl
Yeah,
and
yeah.
reboot the system.
Tomorrow we'll look
3
at
Nyquil.
Tylenol.
No, I'll take the I had 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I gave 1, and I had so I'll
Mhm.
I have.
I think you had 3, and I also had 3.
Yeah, correct. You have
Oh,
so
good.
now Molly has 2 and Dawn has 1. You're gonna take yours, Dawn.
I will take my other one.
Yeah, roll con.
Kenny has nothing because Kenny's inventory is too full of issues.
Oh, that's funny. Oh no, it's a 91 out of
That's
80.
Pretty bad. It's yeah.
It's appropriate.
Yeah, you feel if there is any there might be a very, very brief sensation of feeling high or
Sweet.
of okay, but it's more bad than anything else.
Good. Great. Good.
You as you take this, the heart rate does go up and the meter goes off that things have changed pretty significantly, pretty fast, and the heartbeat has increased too. Dawn, you open your eyes and you see a strange, what looks like a somewhat modern laboratory, not quite like this one. There's a little bit more chrome. It's a little shinier. There is a stark metal floor as well, with strange machines kind of lining it. There are also windows all around you. And your friends are gone. That is what you see.
I don't know if anyone can hear me. Do I recall? I just know that like I remember what happened prior to this moment.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Good. Then I will say that I don't know if anybody can hear me, but this is what I see.
And you relate to them.
Yeah.
On your end, you sound like you're saying that, but on our end, you're just like, ha!
Yeah, as you say that, you do know what happened. You're not, and you know where you were before this and all that, but you're not sure how long ago you took this drug at that point.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. I want to go look at one of the windows, just as an aside.
Sure. Yeah. And when Molly and Kenny, you hear Dawn's voice, she's speaking a little fast as she does this.
Time shenanigans.
I'm definitely recording this on my laptop so then I can slow it down later if we miss anything.
Yeah. I should have put the electrodes on her head too.
Oh shit, that was a great idea. I turned to you and you say that. Well,
it's
maybe
fine.
Next time. We'll do it again.
Maybe I'll do it next. Let's just take drugs all day.
It'll be fun. We'll do it again.
Handler, am I know I am just throwing this at you and just forcing you to suddenly have knowledge that you might not have.
Find out.
Am I getting any significant readings that I believe that I could discern what this drug might be doing to her nervous system in correspondence with the freaky shit that's been going on?
I think what you find, with I'm not exactly sure what kind of, everything you made. I think what you determine is, and with your whatever information or whatever machine you made last night too with your phone, you determined that whatever set off the thing last night, it is a lot higher currently, and the heartbeat and whatever monitoring you're doing, I don't think you know an exact what it is doing to the nervous system, but you can tell it is a lot more intense than anything you've picked up prior to this.
So she is,
for all intents and purposes, right now, because I took this drug, I am the source of that strangeness.
Anomaly. You are the source of the atmospheric changes.
Correct. Which are now much more changed than any other recorded you have currently seen.
Well, that's awesome.
Could I pull this information and develop an algorithm that maybe I'd be able to track somebody on this?
You could certainly try. That's probably math or some sort of science roll.
Science. I'm 10 over. It's 70. My science is 60.
Okay.
Biscuits.
It's hard. I think you're still kind of trying to gather a lot of knowledge, and you don't have a full understanding yet. But I think you might, if you had enough time and research, you might be able to find some way to track it. But I don't think you currently can.
God, coding is hard. I should have paid attention better in that class.
Dawn, roll a search.
I thought you were about to say roll to survive.
Roll a survival.
Oh God!
And if you lose, you just die. That's what this game
Dead
is.
now. You're dead now.
That's a big old no.
Oh,
That's a big old no.
78 out of 20.
As you guys see Dawn standing up and beginning to walk around the room again, like bumps into a table, like, you know, begins to pull the meter with her as she is walking around.
I'm just gonna kind of get up with the laptop. Well, my laptop's not connected to anything, not connected to Dawn.
Yeah, no.
It's your device, Molly, that's connected to
Yeah,
her,
she's.
right?
I'm following her.
Yeah, I was about to say I get
with
up with the laptop and I'm still
like a
typing
cart
stuff.
on wheels with my computer.
It's like Ivy.
Follow
Ivy
as-
Gurney.
As you look out this window, in this strange laboratory, you see a lot of jungle. It seems to be a very dense, like foliage, like rainforest almost.
Interesting.
I saw a jungle before, didn't I? Yeah, I went through a jungle that was like weird. I was floating through the jungle before.
You were.
That's what she'll say. She'll basically say exactly what I said. Like, I was in a jungle before. That's weird.
The Himalayas don't have a jungle, right?
She'll lean over to Kenny. Did you guys burn down a jungle too?
No, not. I mean,
Okay,
just a national forest.
Just the
whatever.
national monument.
A revered,
Yeah.
loved by all national forest.
100%.
Are there other things in this place besides just like metal door or metal around and on floor and then windows?
And machines you don't recognize.
Machines I don't recognize. Well, can I go look at those and maybe poke them?
Sure. Yeah. Roll
Press a button.
it up. Roll a search.
What?
That sounds like a great
roll
idea.
it. What is it?
And as you are beginning to continue to walk around this place, you feel the same intense kind of headache now, compounded from the last time. You feel an intense pressure behind your eyes and in the corners of your eyes as well.
Ow, head hurts. Good.
She doesn't look any different.
Not currently, but the heart rate is increasing steadily.
Okay. Well, Kenny's fine with this.
Uh-huh. Listen,
I am
volunteered.
probably not, but go ahead.
12 out of 20.
12 out of 20. Yeah, that's very good. These, as you walk up to these machines, you don't recognize them. They are for sure some sort of alien in nature. They are tall, like from almost ceiling to floor, like obelisks with strange carvings all around them. And seems to be a somewhat glass portal in the center, as well as some dials on the sides. But you recognize that these are definitely not of anything you've seen before.
Okay.
Damn robot aliens.
It's fine. I think either under her breath, she'll like look at this obelisk and she'll say, "Damn it, if it's aliens." So you say that there's a portal. Is it like a mirrored finish like portal?
Yeah,
or
it's
is it
like a
an
opening. No, it's like a mirrored finish portal.
I'm gonna look inside of it.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. As you look in and you feel this pressure building, the heart rate is now getting to dangerous levels, Molly. You see a face looking back at you. This face has 3 eyes, a very long neck, and kind of strange, almost tiny tentacles coming from as almost a beard, about the same size as your head.
What is the Narcan equivalency to get her out of this? Would it just be Narcan?
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is, but I'm sure you probably know more than I do.
The only reason I know what it was because I was a volunteer firefighter. We had to learn about it.
I want to I want to touch it. I want to touch.
Oh, you have to roll. Before that, you have to roll sanity for sure.
Oh, what?
Who is this to touch?
Oh, who's me? I touch. That's what.
And she's at dangerous, like
What
hearts
the
about to
hell?
explode levels.
Not about to explode,
Oh.
but for sure way higher than it should be. Higher than a
I got
normal,
a 6 out of 69.
That's good. You don't
Nice.
lose as much as you could. You still lose a d6, as this is a very intense and alien site.
Cool. Plus it's 6, so that's cool. Neat. It's fine. We're still okay.
What is your breaking point?
What is my breaking point? 50, which I'm still okay.
Cool.
I'm at 63.
Fantastic.
I'm probably gonna wait like 2 more seconds and probably.
Okay.
Counteract
As you begin to wait like 1 more second, and you see a little bit of blood beginning to pool at the corners of her eye.
Yep.
Nice. Cool.
Kenny
Yeah.
is like a little weirdly disappointed you did that. We were getting answers.
Don't think I didn't see that. We're gonna talk about that later.
Yeah, Dawn, you have lost 1 hit point as it is an intense migraine, and you can like feel there is intense pain right here.
As I snap out of it, I just kind of like, why did you do that? Why did you?
You
why
were
did you do that?"
bleeding out of your eyes.
And I saw something really, really. I mean,
I like
Well,
how
it could
both
have been the
Kenny
last
and
thing you
Dawn
ever
are
saw.
mad
okay.
Well, we'll just
That's
have to
fine,
do it
thank
again
you.
later, I guess. What'd you see?
No, I don't think that would be wise. you.
Look over at Dawn. Just look back at.
Mm.
What'd you see though?
I relay, and then I'll look at after I relay everything. That in a place that may have been relay. You know, you never know. I say to Kenny, if Rogers is right, I will not ever forgive him.
Do you want me to text him?
No, I don't. He's probably happy right now. That's probably the worst thing we could do.
What is
Who's Rogers?
doing right now? He's a.
I will say that
character.
you do know that because you as players or as characters asked what like getting into contact with other agents, and they are out of communication. They cannot respond to any messages. The handler was very clear about that.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Yeah.
Does anyone have just the highest kind of Excedrin or I don't know, caffeine tablets or
BP powder.
We got Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
If someone
I don't
can
think the
hit
Baja
me
Blast is gonna
really
help.
just, like,
Heal 4 hit points for the Baja Blast.
hell
I
yeah.
have a Red Bull. In the
I
car.
Yeah.
think the key is to not use caffeine and perhaps lower your blood pressure as well as your heart rate. That might help with a little bit of the pressure, and then we'll drink this, and she'll give you a nice glass of water and deep breaths.
She just drinks it and then like with her just like takes 2 steps back and finds a wall and just like slides down with her eyes closed.
Really?
I'll get a cold compress, and then I will also in a few minutes, once her heart rate's kind of returned to normal and everything kind of goes back, I'll get her some
Drop the
Excedrin.
phone on my foot.
Oh
Oh,
no!
the damn phone foot. You
Oh,
know, you gotta
God.
see a doctor about that every once in a while. It just creeps back up on you.